Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your some kind of host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my good friend Brain. Hello, Brain.
Yo.
And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential portion of every single show. You know it. You love it. I'm talking about the depressing news. But you know what? It's not quite loaded up in my thing. So I'm gonna have to cut to another thing and do a thing so that you can see the thing, because the thing isn't happening yet. But now it's happening. For number one, depressing news. Well, the depression is not giving up this week, I'll tell you what, because there's been all kinds of terrible things this week. I mean, it's been a real roller coaster, you know. The tangerine toddler has been his usual self. He met with the Canadian Prime Minister today, and the Prime Minister told him, "Yeah, we're not for sale ever. We're not going to be the 51st state. Why are you like this? You're a child." Oh, World War III has started again. India has launched airstrikes on Pakistan. So Pakistan and India, place your bets now. Homeland Security Chief says, "Hey, it's all good that everybody needs a real ID to fly, but it'll be fine." And I just somehow think it won't be fine. That's what I'm thinking. Trump says he just wants to be friends with the Canadian premier. And it was really funny. He sounded like a super desperate guy. "I just want to be friends." I was like, "No, you don't. You want to get in my pants." And it's not happening. So that was kind of funny. Israel. How about those guys, huh? Wow. In the meantime, the Tangerine Toddler went on to Welker's show. And this series of questions is absolutely unique in American presidential history. She says, "Doesn't everybody deserve due process?" And the president says, "I don't know." She says, "Don't you need to uphold the Constitution?" And he said, "I don't know." Which, you swore an oath. It was right there in the oath. You're going to uphold the Constitution. But somehow you forgot that entirely, blowing my mind. They also had the day of prayer. Now, the day of prayer at the White House has gone on for many years. Maybe not at the White House, but in D.C. But this is the first time that they have surrounded him and sung things like Amazing Grace, which he has absolutely no idea what to do. He just sits there and looks uncomfortable because the man's never been in any group of people singing a hymn and so he has no experience at all. Meanwhile, they're just worshiping him, just straight up worshiping a golden idol there, kneeling in front. I've never seen anything like it. It's really creepy. By the way, to his spiritual advisor there in yellow, if you haven't caught her speaking in tongues on YouTube, that's a stitch. You should. It's a scam. It's hilarious. Waka waka waka. That's what it sounds like. She's absolutely nuts. The president has been posting AI images of himself, which is kind of amazing. This one is like, it's just like these guys don't even know what they're doing. I don't even know what they're feeding into the prompt, but they tried to make him a Jedi for May 4th, but he just comes out looking like, a juicer. Those arms, clearly the arms of a steroid juicer. And he's carrying a red lightsaber, which is what the Sith carry. It's not a Jedi. So, anyway, in the words of many comedians out there, he posted a picture of himself as the Pope and as a Jedi, and has managed to piss off two huge religious groups. So that was kind of fun.
Watch it.
The president said that prices were going to go up, and you'll like it, something like that. And people said, "Well, people didn't vote for that." He says, "Well, actually, they did sign up for that, and this is what I campaigned on." It's like, oh, so he just changed it in his mind. He just told us all we were going to get high prices, and we were all like, "Yay, let's vote for that." I don't know. We're in such twisted logic here. I don't even know. Got a new nickname for him. The phrase that was used here was the genius of the comb over Caligula. Comb over Caligula has got to be Michael's high school band name, I think. Um, I could be. I'm just making a note here. I'm going to ask him about it later. Uh, this man in a branded Cybertruck, it had on the side of it the name of his business, and it sold Cybertrucks. It was an electric car dealership, so he had it blazoned on the side, and he thought it'd be a good idea to get drunk, drive down the street, and give people Sieg Heils at hecklers
Oh.
to his uh to his Cybertruck. So the thing is, this was in San Francisco, and I don't know if you know about San Francisco. Very tech savvy city there. Everybody has cameras, and they posted it, and pretty soon they had Yelp reviewed his company into the ground, and also gotten the Facebook page and Instagram page and TikTok pages all turned off. And he's like, "I'm sorry, I was driving, I was drunk, people were making fun of me, and I just lashed out." And it's like, man, California must be pretty cool if you can just admit drunk driving. Like you can just dock it. I was driving drunk. Sorry about that Nazi salute. Anyway, so yeah, but he's underwater. I don't think he's been fired, but the company's certainly been kind of canceled, and that's kind of fun. Um, I don't know if you heard this, but the president has also decided to cancel Veterans Day. I don't know if you're aware of this, but June 6th is Veterans Day. But the president, if you haven't heard, he's only good with soldiers up through about World War II. Once you get to Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf, any of that, then he doesn't think you won. So he doesn't want it. He wants it to be war winning day. We're gonna have war winning day, and he's gonna throw himself a huge military Soviet style parade. It's also coincidentally, I think, his birthday. So great big boy birthday party for $20 million. In the meantime, he told us all that maybe our children don't need so many dolls, and maybe they should be happy with just two. We should cut back. So you should cut back. He, on the other hand, though, is throwing himself a great big old military parade. So fun. Friend of the show, Joe Klosik, said people are sending me messages that read something like this: the stock market's coming back. Don't you feel foolish about all those things you posted about Trump? His plan is working. Says the stock market has almost returned to where it was when he took office. Not because his plan is working, but because he keeps granting exemptions from all the tariffs. Just because a guy stops strangling you doesn't mean he saved your life. You can't get credit for easing everyone's economic fears by not doing the thing you were doing. It's idiotic. Give Trump time. I guarantee he's going to deliver another crisis soon. Absolutely bet on it. And that's
Mhm.
that's the one thing we all know for sure. Uh, Historian Ruth Ben Giat was going all over doing the talk shows, and Jay Quo posted this. Somebody is copying Mussolini's playbook yet again to help the Italian film industry and impose cultural autocracy. Il Duce imposed fines on importing Hollywood movies so steep that the big studios left the Italian market. It was extremely unpopular. Because I don't know if you heard about this, but somehow now the Tangerine Mussolini would like to tax foreign movies. Nobody's really sure how this would even work. I mean, would you pay a tariff at the movie theater? Like what? How would that? What are you talking about? So anyway, and Lisa comments. That's why I call him Mangelini. Mangalini. It's like wow, Mangalini. That goes right up there with comb over Caligula. These are all good, you know. These are good ones. You should file these away because these are useful in your different things there. They keep having these meetings on TV and it's just absolutely crazy. His cabinet meetings are just all of his sycophants lined up around the table and they all just kiss his butt. It's just incredible. And like foreigners, I mean, they call it arse kissing because it's arse kissing. But yeah, all these people are just like, you are amazing. You are amazing. And so amazing. I can't believe how amazing you are. It's absolutely insane. The funnest one, though, was Attorney General Pam Bondi, who I cannot wait until she gets impeached. That'll be a real fun one. But she said she made some statements inside the Oval Office, outside the Oval Office, saying that since he's been in office, the Department of Justice has seized over 22 million fentanyl pills. 22 million, which has saved 258 million lives. Because you guys know how you get yourself like a fentanyl pill and you split it like 12 times, and then you and all your neighbors take it and you all die. You know how that works? Like that. 258 million lives saved because they got rid of the 22 million. They can't do math. These people are insane. And I swear it's funny. If you watch it through the day, the number gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And pretty soon, Trump will have saved all 8 billion human lives. So, anyway, and Lisa comments, Heil Hitler. So that'll get us banned. I'd also like to point out that he has put his own branded hat in front of every cabinet member. Do you see that? The Make America Great Again in red in front of every single cabinet member. Because that's when you know you're really making it. When you got a brand with the staff. You know what I mean? Here, carry the hat with my stuff on it. Plus, you know where those are all made? China. So
Yep.
it's just, gee, ooh, we live in stupid times. Definitely the stupidest timeline, if you were wondering. We always like to close out with a heartwarming animal story, and here is one from boy, I don't know where I found this one actually. It just says trilobites is the headline. It says this octopus's other car is a shark. Researchers in New Zealand saw a colorful blob on top of a shark's head. When they looked closer, they realized it had 8 arms. So, yep, octopus just taking a ride on a shark.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. This octopus is our hero of the week for Facebook for the Blind. That wraps up all the news that's worth making fun of. For May 6th, 2025. Handed it over to you, Brain, for a nice round one.
Round
It's
one.
gonna be my longest round one. It's gonna be so long.
So
Michael's gonna
long.
salivate at how long and big my round one will be, and that's after I took some out. Because holy shit, I didn't know I'd have to be on this Zoom for an hour and a half before we started. All right,
I'm
love to
sorry.
laugh. Join. I didn't. Misty Rene posted a picture of. Speaking of lovely animals, some person named Jules painted a frog with a hat and a cane. And that frog says, a smile is the same in every language. I'm pretty sure the pee-pee dance is too. And then here we have the Nerd District has a an anime character that's like laying in bed but up and just says, Tarzan's first wet dream did not involve a human. And then
Oh
suddenly
no.
a whole bunch of other cats get up and they're like, stop! And he's just smiling. And then I don't remember who posted this one. It says one big difference between men and women is that if a woman says, "Smell this," it usually smells nice.
Ah! Good point. Good point.
7 years ago on this day, I posted, and I've got to redo it every time it comes up every year, and it says the night before your direct deposit hits, and here we have a plate full of rice with some kind of ketchup or barbecue sauce on it, and next to it somebody just tore off a piece of lined paper where they drew in a drumstick piece of chicken. And then the night before your direct deposit hits. That's called. We used to call those wish sandwich. I wish there was something in this sandwich, but it was just bread. It was just bread, and this one's offensive, and it comes from offensive memes. And here we
Oh
have
my.
the
Oh
cast of
God.
different strokes, but they all have faces that are leaning to the side in different places.
Oh man.
Somebody is very offensive for this one.
So bad.
Yeah, different strokes. Anyways, if you spell the words absolutely nothing backwards, you get Gintan Yibidididasabasa, which ironically means absolutely nothing.
Ah.
Yay. That's a palindrome. No, it's not. Me
Ah.
moms put the biggest missed opportunity. And here we have the Netflix documentary, Seaspiracy, right? And somebody says, come on, conspiracy
Ah.
with spelled with SEA at the end. Conspiracy was right there. And Jesse Lynn, who did not tag whoever wrote the original post, said this will make me mad forever. And then Spiritual Gangster Certified posted what looks to be some kind of reverse Venn diagram or something, where it's just
Uh,
there's a triangle where it says May in the middle of the triangle, and on each angle of the triangle we have, I think that's Justin Timberlake. I don't know, whoever the guy sings that it's
Yeah.
gonna be
yeah,
May's song.
yeah.
And then we see everything you say to me is that Linkin Park, and then we got Corn. Something takes a part of me. And, somehow the email didn't come through, but the next meme was gonna be my wife had posted that Justin Timberlake once tweeted out, "I said me, you idiots." Yeah, that was pretty fun. It didn't come in, but I'll still shout it out. Anyways, let's move on to fun jokes. Here we have two coffee bean cartoons walking through the forest, and one says, "Don't talk to me before I've had my coffee." And the other one says, "You never drink coffee." And he says, "Exactly." That means never talk to me. Never talk to me. I wanted to save this one for TD, but it was too good to not put into the ether realm because I hope this happens. So I'm gonna bring it back when TD comes back. But Wrestling Travel posted Jay Uso should rename his super kick to Yeet Chin Music. And I've never heard something
Huh.
sweeter. Because if you don't know, Eric, that because of Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels is the originator of the super kick, which everybody uses now, and his finishing move was the sweet chin music. So
Huh.
yes, Uso is his catchphrase is yeet, so it should be the yeet chin music. All right. Anyways, we're
Okay.
back on Timberlake being May, so 90s nostalgia has this is six panel. It has Timberlake. Then we have B. Arthur, also known as Dorothy. Then we
Yep.
have a couple of Pennywises, Timberlake again, some kind of sheep, and some kind of mixed drink that Lil Wayne likes. It's a purple with Sprite, and it says maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh my God.
All right. All right. All right. Oh, it makes another appearance. Gen X only. Here we have Jack Nicholson and Pennywise, and it says, "I want a girl with a short skirt and a long." Da, 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 da. Fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Ryan Holloway puts it's unbearable, and it says, "When I finally break." Because I had to type my email address in on the TV.
Oh man. Yeah.
Using that remote controller. I did not slap you, I high-fived your face, but why did we name it Parmesan cheese and not spaghetti confetti? It's like we don't even try anymore. Yeah, this one's for you, Eric. Mike and I don't know the rest of that page
Mike and the
there.
Molotovs. I think it's
Oh, there you
Molotov.
go. Awesome. The ultimate workplace potluck dessert. And it is a guillotine cake. It says, "Let them eat cake." And all the heads
Oh,
are like the old school. I like how they have the old school, like, powder wigs or whatever,
yeah.
just to show that they're all pompous assholes. All
Yep.
right.
Perfect.
Looks like some years ago around this time, or maybe around the time from last week that I missed. Oops. But I posted a three panel. One of them got cut off, but I can trust you it's there. And this is from the Game of Thrones, and it is Arya Stark and Sansa Stark. And Sansa Stark says, "Remember what father used to say?" And Arya Stark says, "One does not simply walk into Mordor." Yeah, weird, man. All the time. Why would he say that? And here I posted arrows to the heart or off with his head. Sean Bean dies in everything except in real life. In real life, he gets stabbed at the pub, gets stitched up to hospital, and returns to the pub for another beer, which is a true fucking story. And yeah, now I don't see Sean Bean in anything anymore, but that dude fucking died in everything I've seen him in. Anyways, the language nerds put Stephen King has a son named Joe. I'm not joking, but he is.
Joking. Oh my God.
I have no idea if I'm gonna pronounce this right or not. Looks like
I think it's just Neil.
Neal
I think
McMahon.
that's Scottish for Neil.
Neil McMillan. Is that Macmillan or McMillan? Can we just say
Yeah.
McMillan? All right. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir, but you posted a funny meme, so I like it. It is an axolotl relaxing alotl with his robe and his Zen pipe. And says, "To be a philosopher, one must axolotl questions."
Oh my God.
Here we have his gazillion panel. Is some
Ooh.
dudes from Star Trek, the general and whoever the fuck the guy is with the goatee, TD
Picard
or
and Riker.
oh holy shit, Eric knows nerd stuff sometimes. All right,
Yep. Captain
Hey.
Picard and Lieutenant Riker.
all right. So this guy says, "Can you help me with a crossword puzzle?" Sure, no problem. Empathetic, no. 5 letters, never. Pistol, 3 letters. Gun, discuss, 3 letters. Charity, 4 letters. Give. Female sheep, 3 letters. Ew. Pixar movie, 2 letters. Up. And then he looks at him funny, and then oh no, he bows his head in embarrassment. Why? It's because he just tricked him. Mm-hmm. Sure, no problem. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna.
Oh,
Oh, it just let you down, Eric. It just let you
oh my
down.
God.
All right, that was the long con, and this one's gonna be the last one for me.
Okay.
And ending my biggest, longest, roundest, most salivatingest Michael. I would say that Michael would salivate that this round was so long, except for the fact that his kid's got to go to bed in 6 minutes. So no, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish with this. The teacher says, "I have a green ball in one hand. I have a green ball in another. So what do I have?" Student says, "Kermit begging for mercy. Oh no!"
Uh,
And that's how you start and end and round with frog jokes.
nice.
Woo.
Nice.
Woo.
All
Passing
right.
off to you, Eric.
Very
Almost.
excited for the ostensibly wholesome round. This is gonna be awesome. Uh, yeah, there we go. Brought to you by Honey Packs. Have you heard of Honey Packs? Honey Packs are unregulated supplements that claim to enhance sexual performance. That's right, Honey Packs. They may cause serious side effects if consumed. Comedian Eric Schwartz taught me about that one. I was like, what the hell is a honey pack?
I only know about that because of Corey Showtime Robinson has a bit on it.
Are these
I love
only
that guy so much. Please look
are
his
these
show.
only sold at African American truck stops? I don't understand.
I don't know.
All right, honey packs. They may cause serious side effects if consumed. I am KF, blue check mark at OKAF, or I am OKAF. Has this post from John Drake at Drake Gatsby says, a lot of people don't realize you can usually go the day after a marathon and just drive the route. It's a very similar experience, but way easier. uh, this next one's a picture of a succulent of some kind. I don't know if we've got any plant people out there, but it has a little sign on it. It says, I'm rooting for you.
Hey.
Just wholesome as this show gets, I promise you, we got dick jokes. This is one of those like where you can type out the labels on a little plasticky thing, and this particular label is mechanical shaft, but somebody's printed off two more labels who says, "Who's the robot that won't cop out when there's danger all about?" Mechanical shaft. You're damn right.
Oh my God.
That's one of my favorite songs ever. I loved it. As mentioned, I can't even the Mango Mussolini posted a picture of himself as the Pope, and I George Galloway reposted this from Wu Tang is for the Children. Says yes, the lunatic really posted this. He really did. It's just insane. So of course, Andy Borovitz posted Secret Service finds senile man dressed as Pope wandering the White House, which I thought was pretty good. And a whole lot of people just saying over and over again, 25th Amendment, 25th Amendment, get rid of this clown, 25th Amendment. So, about halfway through here with a picture of Marie Antoinette saying, let them play with two dolls. That was pretty
Aw.
good. Yeah, about halfway through here. Uh, The dirty mouth historian James Fell, and if you're not following James Fell, you are missing out. Has posted this from Body Coach Derek, who says, after watching a video of a group of grown men running and screaming from a territorial Canadian goose, I again am convinced the gorilla would have zero problem with 100 men. So, I didn't get the full coverage on this story, but a whole lot of people were talking about whether or not 100 men could take out a gorilla. And that was apparently the big debate. And the people who've had encounters with Canadian geese were like, I don't think so. James Fell himself says last year, riding my bike along the river in Calgary, tons of Canadian geese blocking the entire path. So I stopped and I go, shit, now what? Old woman comes riding towards me, doesn't even slow down, just hammers on ahead like they're not even there, and they parted like the Red Sea. So if you are faced with a bunch of Canadian geese in Calgary, you can ride your bike through them. If you are faced with 100 gorillas, stop. That's the moral of that story. Mike Ingram for everyone. And if you're not following Mike, why not? He's for everyone. He said, years of hearing about sleepy dementia Joe. Meanwhile, Trump literally doesn't know what the Declaration of Independence says. And I don't know if you saw this, but he's giving a tour of the White House, and they were like, oh, you have the Declaration of Independence up, but what does that mean to you? He goes, well, it's a declaration of love and unity. It's like, dude, I know you don't know any history at all and you never watched Schoolhouse Rock, but the Declaration of Independence is the opposite of unity. It's a breakup. I think he's probably the kind of guy that when women have broken up with him over the years, he's like, so you want to get married? Just living in an opposite world. Got about two left. No, I got one left here. Friend of the show, Debbie, posted this picture of a stop sign at the corner of Debbie Drive and Garfield. And below the stop sign, it says, traffic on Debbie does not stop. Yeah. And a lot of people laughed at that. And Mr. Debbie said, is there a lot of traffic on Debbie when I'm out of town? And that was my wholesome round, guys. That was the wholesome one. Handing it back to you, Brain.
All right. Here we go. It's funny. You should bring up the debate because I had the whole round dedicated to it.
Awesome.
And it's been all I've been hearing about is the rage of 100 men versus a gorilla. And
Crazy.
I accidentally took out the one with the AI that said 100 Tom Aspinalls could beat the gorilla, and Tom Aspinall is a very big human UFC fighter. Anyways, let's go with is this how you say conscious? How the fuck? What is it? Conscious?
Conscious. Consciously.
Consciously has a picture of the gorilla, and somebody handing in an iPhone and says, showing the gorillas what y'all been saying about them. And then here we have Islam Makhachev chilling with the gorilla. Smash MMA post. Brother, if you want 100 men beat one gorilla, send them 2-3 years jungle and forget. Yes, this is the play on when he told his friend Daniel Cormier to send his son to Dagestan to practice wrestling for 2-3 years and and forget about him. And he'll come back a great wrestler. And DC was like, forget about my son for 2-3 years. Here we have the West Virginia Bigfoot Museum posted plot twist, and oh no, look at that, it's Fozzie. 100 tomatoes versus Fozzie. Okay, or would that be 100 tomatoes versus bad jokes? Anyways, MMA Feed posted a picture of DC, Joe Rogan, and John Anik absolutely losing it. And DC is falling over on Joe Rogan and says, when the gorilla starts to gas out, and man number 84 is Merab Davashvili. And Merab's got cardio for days, but he's a 145er. I don't know. He's the 35er, I think. Anyways, Cap-A-Lot posted a picture of Kevin James in the with a picture of the gorilla from the movie Zookeeper, and says, me trying to be friends with the gorilla after he took out 99 of my homies.
Nice.
Cap-A-Lot again. And it says, if me and 99 of my boys took down a gorilla, we wouldn't tell people, but there would be signs. And here we
Oh,
have a picture of a
that's great.
gigantic couch system, a couch setup with a long bed and a gigantic King Kong like gorilla. I don't know how you'd say that,
That's
arms and head behind
that
it.
is incredible. I want to sit on that couch so bad.
That
It
thing
looks so
looks so
fuzzy. It
comfortable.
looks so fuzzy.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
And I'm like, is there a guy back there? Or is that AI? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, there's a guy in the background. Yeah, like in the hallway. Yeah, interesting.
All right, so forbidden clothes or something? I don't know. Says here we have a picture of Mel Gibson and a gorilla, and Mel Gibson is showing that gorilla how to use a sniper rifle. It
Oh,
says we are
fuck.
now 100 men and a base gorilla. Me and the gorilla after realizing we share a common enemy. And then we got lyrics 24/7 has a picture of uh some what looks like a couple of guys in some gorilla suits with some guys possibly in the jungle of either Africa or something, and they are taking a selfie with the gorillas, and it says me and bro joining teams with the gorillas because we really don't fuck with other humans like that, and I feel this in my core. I really do. And then here we have my homie Hatch posted this one. He said, "Give me Pedro." Hashtag Go Red Sox. And we don't know sports. Put the question we should all be asking at Dan Clark Sports posted 100 Don Zimmers versus one Pedro Martinez. Who wins? And it made me throw back to the time when Don Zimmer rushed Pedro Martinez on the mound, and it just the way Pedro threw John Zimmer was I was not I'm a Giants fan, but I hated the Yankees growing up because they were the richest team and they would buy all the superstars.
Ah.
And now, yeah, the way he threw him was music to my heart, and so this shit made me crack the fuck up. And now the Dodgers are the West Coast Yankees because they have the most money. So fuck Magic Johnson. Anyways, moving on. I like that it says Barry Bonds baseball legacy right up there. But let's move on. It says Deontay Robinson posted, "Dudes will run from a pit bull," talking about fighting a silverback, and that's
Yeah.
gonna do it for me, Eric. That about sums it up because I'm pretty sure that silverback's beating up 100. There's not even 100 who's gonna run. Like the first two or three get ripped in half, and everybody else is scattered.
I think it's so funny. I saw somebody was talking to an actual like primatologist, I guess, and they were like, "Yeah, the people would probably win," and people were like, "What?" But the gorilla is so much bigger, and like they would just wear it down. And I was like, and if you've been on the internet with people, you're like, "Yeah,
If like I get it, if it's 100 trained dudes and they're all ready to die and they have a strategy, of course.
yeah, maybe,
A gorilla, but yeah, if it's just
yeah,
you just set a gorilla loose in a town with even
yeah,
200 people,
yeah."
I'm pretty sure.
Nah, but wow,
A lot of cash.
the strange things that we debate in our society, right?
Yeah, it's like
All right, heading into round two.
is one of those 100 Trump or Elon, then I don't care about this fucking debate.
Oh, I know, right? That would be so nice. Oh my God, let's put that into the hat. When this is all over, let's throw Elon into the arena with 100 gorillas, and let's cover
Yeah,
him in peanut butter.
let's do 100 politicians versus the gorilla. Let's see what happens there.
Let's just start with Elon and cover him in peanut butter and see what happens. Oh, and then introduce and at the end introduce ants. This one is a post from Q dot at Q dot, and it was posted by Skrillex is not relevant anymore, chapter 3. Uh, and we see here a bunch of signs that are leading in the doorway with arrows, and it says coffee inside, picture of a donut, arcade inside, red arrow, neon light saying arcade, another neon light saying arcade, another neon light saying arcade. Then there's like three signs with red arrows says arcade inside, card kiosk this way, more games this way, all pointing inside. It's captioned. There is a point where signage goes from informative to I am in the Looney Tunes universe now, and what does the coyote want from me? Which I liked quite a bit.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like that.
Friend of the show, comedian Keith Bergman, and if you're not following Keith Bergman, you are missing out. He's talking about going and doing some public retail work and says getting ready to return to public retail be like, and we see sign that has been taped to the inside of a glass door here at the liquor store. And it says, due to rising summer temperatures, we will not be accepting boob or sock money. Questionably moist bills are subject to denial. We are sorry, but it's unsanitary. Thank you. What's that? You don't want my boob money? My boob money spends good anywhere. What you talking about, man? No sock money. Anti-QAnon Memes has this nugget from Pam Wiggins, which is a picture of the Emperor from The Emperor's New Groove. And he is looking at his own birthday gift and says, "It's my birthday gift to me." Says, personally, I think telling kids they'll have less toys for Christmas because of your tariffs while having yourself a $10 million military birthday parade is kind of a dick move, but what do I know? It's a birthday gift to me. Moving on. Here we have a picture of Elon Musk looking like, I don't know, he's huffing some kind of sleeping gas. From Chris Paul Rainbows, who says, like, maybe this is selfish of me, but if I were the richest person in the world, I would want to leave a legacy of Chris cured cancer. Chris solved world hunger. Chris developed fusion technology and saved the planet from climate change. Not Chris bought Twitter so conservatives could be hateful online. That's a pathetic epithet. A pathetic that. It really is. Friend of the show, Randy, has posted this picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene and says, man, what 80s band did this guy sing for?
Oh.
I was like, oh my God. And then people started guessing, is he one of the Nelson twins? I don't know. Was that Brett Michaels? John Pavlovitz has posted this from Rick Helms, and it is a picture of Carolyn Levitt, the press secretary, the at the White House, and she is covered in MS-13 tattoos. Says, "See how easy it is to fake this, America? Free Abrego Garcia." Such garbage. Because again, in the interview, I heard the president say it wasn't photoshopped. It's as clear as can be. And he's like, well, no, it's a Photoshop. He goes, no, you can read it. I'll show you. And it's like, oh my God, have you ever had grandpa try to show you the meme on his phone? That is always so fun. No, I saw it. No, there's a picture. The earth is flat. Okay. Here's one from friend of the show, Jackie Cation. And we got a picture of Sarah Connor from Terminator. She's smoking a cigarette, looking very distraught and red-eyed. And it says, Sarah Connor watching you make friends with ChatGPT. But I tell you what, as an educator, yeah, that is me. Moving on. Let's see here. We have a picture of a man, and he's looking pretty down. Got his elbows on his knees, and he's got his hand resting on his hands, on his chin. He's looking at the floor, and his friend is sort of comforting him and got a hand on the shoulder. He says, "Do you think it might help to learn the difference between being silenced and just like a bunch of people not wanting to hear you talk anymore?" This was posted in Mike Ingram for Everyone. Second appearance of Mike, and he says, "My free speech," and has misspelled it, which is totally on brand and very appropriate. Here we have a picture from The Life of Brian. Or no. So sorry. This is Monty Python's The Holy Grail. And I believe we have the king addressing a knight, and he says, "And who are you? Who are so wise in the ways of science?" And this was captioned from post by George Hussein Cruikshank, founding Zaddy, Facebook for the Blind. And this was in R Reddit's Opiates. It says, "I bought a pocket pussy to hide my dope in the car. I just ordered a fleshlight and gonna keep it in my car. I doubt a cop is gonna stick his finger up in there to get my dope. Hope this helps anyone else. Maybe get the one that looks like an asshole to really freak him out." Then the king is saying, "Who are you? Who are so wise in the ways of science?" And finally, for this round, picture of Epstein and Trump, and it says, "It's tragic that Jeffrey Epstein died without knowing he could have been Attorney General."
Oh.
Thank you, South Dakota Department of Propaganda. If you're not following the South Dakota Department of Propaganda, you're missing some of the best things from South Dakota. I'll tell you that. That wraps up my round, leaving only my post with the most. Brain, what you got?
Oh man. Uh
Oh,
yeah.
oh, did I move too fast?
No. I was good, but I had one that I wanted to sneak in there and then I accidentally clicked off of it. Anyways, let's move on.
Been
You know I
there.
had to do it to you.
Yep.
It was May the 4th the other day, and so we got to do our Star Wars memes. Here we have comedian Chino LaForge, Hawaiian comedian, by the way. And he says, America is in its Empire Strikes Back phase of its Star Wars. May the 4th be with you all.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then here we've got
Ooh.
Tales from the Geek. And we've got like an AI picture of it looks like an old school watercolor painting of Sylvester Stallone or something. Maybe that's really him. I don't know. But it looks like a painting to me. Anyways, it says when she tells you to take the Star Wars pajamas off before sex, don't ask me to stop being a man. My Stallone impression is terrible.
It was fine.
Moving along. Funny side of the Force posted a picture of Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Mace Windu, and it says 2.5 masters. That's yeah, that's a Charlie Sheen joke. Anyways, um, funny side of the Force post says girls with Photoshop. I'm gonna make myself look pretty. Boys with Photoshop, and here we have a picture of one of those the triangle attack ships, and somehow they Photoshop Jar Jar Binks' eyeballs at the top and his tongue coming out with his teeth up front, and it says, "Mr. Jar Jar, the Death Star Destroyer."
That's awesome. So bad.
Everybody hates Jar Jar Binks except me because Mister got a good Jar Jar Binks impression. But we're gonna move along.
Right.
Godless Mom puts the falconer, and here we have a 3 panel. In first panel, we have a falcon catcher with his falcon arm out wide, and then a shadow humming above him. But the shadow looks circular, and then all of a sudden, we just see that the Millennium Falcon landed on him and squished him.
Nice.
And then, yeah, here we have Star Wars and Beyond puts the dark side of the Force, and then we have one of those A2A2
AT-ATs.
walkers or whatever,
Yep.
and he's leaning down with his hind legs and kind of bent over, kind of the way that a dog would be when it's taking a dump, and out of its back door, it is popping out stormtroopers, one by bloop, bloop,
Terrible.
just like little I forget. I'm sure Tito. I'm a bad Star Wars guy. I don't know the exact names, but I'm sure it's like an A2A2 or some shit like that. So
Yep.
walk.
Yep.
And the funny side of the Force puts a picture of. Oh no, we have a grave site, but this one grave site just has a lot of flowers growing on it, and it says Yoda, IPR. In peace, I rest.
So
And
silly.
then we got funny side of the Force again. 2 panel says a picture of what looks to be the New Hope and Luke, age 19. We have C-3PO, Luke Skywalker, and his uncle. It says goes to Toshe Station for power converters. My bad.
Tashi Station for power converters, like all the hip kids.
Yeah, and then Anakin, age 9, and he's here with Padme sitting on the thing. It says builds his own power converters, goes to Toshe Station to pick up older women. And then, this is why you were a disappointment to me, Luke. Anyway,
Wow.
I'm this old has the Chad. I think that's the Chad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
With a pretty cool, very colorful sunset that I'd like to witness one day. And it says me realizing I can let go of Star Wars instead of wasting my time on Disney's cringe crap.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, some of it I had. Funny side of the Force puts a picture of not Luke Skywalker, but Mr. Mark Hamill. Yes, grown with a suit and tie, but looking confused. And it says, me, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Also me. Chewie had a wife. Yeah, but we do not mention the Christmas special, so we'll move on. I love Red Fox. Put hashtag Star Wars jokes, and here we have Jimi Hendrix's statue with his guitar, and it says, apparently Jimmy owed Jabba money.
Ah!
It does look like the carbonite.
That's great.
Here we just have a picture of Luke, or someone dressed as Luke, but their sleeping bag is of the Wan that, or whatever that thing was that he cut up
Yeah.
and sleep in. It says, now you can be quote unquote lukewarm.
Dude.
Oh, God.
I want one. And
I had
yes,
that
I've done
pen.
this one before in a different format, but I have found a new format, and so I got to do it again. This one's called U2D2, and we have some stormtroopers at a concert and some kind of little robot. That one actually kind of looks like one of the ones from Borderlands, but it's not. And then R2D2 is singing, lead singer, and we got C3PO on bass and one of the other droids in the back playing drums. And it's still haven't found the droid you're looking for.
God.
And then I'm gonna end with some blasphemy. Somebody named Chaos X Silencer has a picture of Dr. Spock with his V out. I think, what does it mean, Eric? Live long and prosper?
Live long and prosper.
But it says, May the 4th be with you. And it says, Happy Star Wars Day. And again, it's Spock.
Yeah.
And the caption is, May the 4th be forever in your favor. Quoted by Gandalf. Yes, that's blasphemous as fuck.
It's
It off to you, Eric.
like wrong in like 4 ways.
Right.
You're gonna close
I
out with
still
your
had to do it to myself.
nice. We're gonna close out with your post with the most, or was that your post with the most?
No, that was...
Coming back to you for the post with the most. All right, we're doing my post with the most. I'm pretty thrilled about this one. As soon as I remember how to use Zoom again. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
My post with the most is a text message exchange. I just zoomed that one way too big. Hang on, here we go. It is a text message exchange with someone named Kim, and she says, "It's Kim from Working America. COVID has shown CEOs get richer, even when the rest of us are going broke. What do you think is the best way to change that?" And the guy replies, "Guillotines." And Kim replies, "I'm opting you out of texts immediately. Have a great day." And it's captioned by Chris says, "Bravo, Lima Mike. Girl, you ask me." By the way, if you ask me too, guillotines, and then we'll work from there. But we're starting with guillotines. That's an idea beats no idea.
Nice. All right.
And what do you got?
This one is pretty cool because I got to cheat a little bit. This one I realized I was anyways. We'll start with Daily Comics USA posted this one has the Indian Hills Community Center with all their hilarious billboards. It says Autopsy Club party today here this Saturday, open mic night, but Mike is spelled Mike. Yep. But the cool thing was when I screen grabbed this one, it had a double dose because somebody put Versace Dolphin at Versace Dolphy.
Yeah.
But sorry for acting a little weird last night. It's just because there's a bunch of shit wrong with my brain. And that's
awesome.
the most.
Excellent. That reminds me of the one that's going around. It's like, "Hey, sorry I was weird. I am weird. It will happen again." Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that constitutes a wholly constituted and completely legal version of this entity that we call Facebook for the Blind for May 6, 2025. To all of you out there, thank you so much. We love you. Mwah.
Woo! Love you, Beverly.
Yeah, all these years of doing it, still don't know how to turn it off. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.